Before we start, we would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're recording on.
For both of us now that we're together, it's the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
I got my boots off, I got my pants undone, and I'm ready to party because we're back for another week. Hello, everybody. How we doing? We can't actually hear you, but we hope you're doing well.
Yeah, we do.
It's always really awkward doing an opening because what do you say? Because no one can say anything back to you.
I know. Well, you just have to say welcome. Welcome to us.
Welcome. And firstly, we're not ready to party just yet. We're going to party after this little announcement. We just wanted to send our big love. We found out this morning, it being Monday, that Di from Gogglebox, Mick and Di, has passed away very suddenly. And obviously we were a part of the Gogglebox family for 4 years. So we just want to send all our love to her family, Mick, her children, everybody who knew her.
Sad.
It's very sad
It
news.
was a very, as it was to everyone in Australia, a big shock. She's a very loved woman.
Yeah.
And she had such a place on that show. And you know, she was a lot of people's favourites because of her acerbic wit and her ability to tell it how it is no matter what.
Yeah, well, they actually referred to her as an icon of sorts.
Yeah,
and she
was.
was an icon. There's not much space for older women on television.
That's right.
And she had such a big presence.
She was a force.
She just said whatever came to her mind. And sometimes it was a little bit hard to hear. I mean, I've been on the back end of it. But I loved her for it because she didn't care. And I love it when women don't care and they can say what they want.
Unapologetic.
So go off, Queen.
So you were a very loved icon, Di Kershaw,
was.
and we hope you rest in peace. And our love to Mick and
big
their
love to
children
Mick.
and their grandchildren and the whole family and everyone that's listening that, you know, hold your loved ones a little bit closer today, you know, because you just never know when it's going to happen.
Exactly. Lots of love.
Lots of love. Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You're not a millennial, are you?
Well, I don't think so. I was always brought up being
Gen Y?
told that I was Gen Y. But you know when millennial came in, they kind of extended it to like
Right.
35.
Yeah.
But I'm not a millennial. I'm totally a Gen Y.
Yeah.
I don't know half the cool millennial things.
No. Well, there are new millennial speak things. I'm so millennial that I didn't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's great to watch you.
Millennial dating terms. We've got new millennial dating terms. So have you read these yet, or would you like to have a stab at what they are?
I had a little glance, but I don't remember.
Okay.
So you
Well, let me
read them
ask
out.
you.
Okay.
The first one is Gatsbying, as in the Great Gatsby. So what do you think that would mean? Have you seen The Great Gatsby?
Nah, which
All
is
right.
weird because
Well, I would have thought it would mean like being he was so opulent and Gatsby, and he really didn't give a shit about anyone. He just kind of was like, party, 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 and I don't care who comes or who doesn't as long as I'm having a good time.
So what's that to do with dating?
With dating, it was all about let's just go out and have a good time and I don't care who I'm with. That's
Okay.
what I think Gatsbying is.
Okay, what is it?
It's actually, remember all those opulent parties Gatsby threw just to gain Daisy's attention? Now replace party with Instagram story, I should say, and you've got the idea. This is for every social media post you've made just in case that special someone is watching.
Yes. I've Gatsby'd before.
Oh, we've all Gatsby'd.
We've all
Gatsby'd.
Gatsby'd.
And it's a bit of a shame because, you know, the Gatsbying that I've done, it was wasted on one person when I should have been, you know, more aware that there are better people out there watching my content. And
do I know who it would be?
I don't know.
Like
Maybe not.
from back in the day?
Oh, back in the day. Yeah.
Or is it somebody new recently?
No, I don't Gatsby anymore. Could not care.
Can I tell you what one of my friends does? I won't say her name just in case she gets embarrassed, but she does food. She always posts her food, so she food traps dudes. So instead of being sexy, she food traps and she calls her content Only Pans.
Oh, I love it.
So she's always posting all her like dishes, and that's how she
Well-
food traps them. I'm like, you're food trapping. I can tell when you post that
Yeah.
scrummy meal, you are on food trap fleek.
That's not a bad one. I mean, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Well, evidently, because
So-
she certainly gets
And it's
some
working.
fellas.
Well, all right, how about negging? We know what negging is.
I don't.
You don't know what negging is?
No.
Okay, well, what do you think it is?
Negging is when you're negging out. Nah, no idea.
No
I
idea?
don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, well, negging is kind of when you give a compliment that is actually an insult, but it's kind of like
like
that.
a backhanded compliment.
A backhanded compliment, and it kind of pits girls against each other. It's like when a guy on Tinder messages you that he's only into blondes, but he'll make an exception for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. So you're kind of like
You're offended but flattered?
I would never be flattered by that.
No.
If a man said, I don't normally go for
Yeah.
short girls with blonde hair, and
It's like saying to a
I'd be
girl,
like, cool.
you're not like other girls. You're really great.
Yeah.
I hate when men say that. I'm like, no, I am. I'm exactly like other girls, and you need to go away because girls rule.
And boys
Who run the
rule.
world?
Girls.
Exactly. All right, what about this one? Breadcrumbing. Here we go.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of
have
like
that.
you get the scraps of
Yes, of what?
Of like, say if somebody's like tuning somebody and they don't really want them anymore, and then it's like you get their scraps.
Yes.
Because they go for someone else.
Yeah, it's like when you get that text message from someone that you haven't heard in a while, but where you'll just get that one text message saying, thinking of you.
Oh, so
But
they
they
kinda
don't really
keep
want to be
you-
with you. They keep you by
They're keeping you,
throwing
yeah,
bread
but they want
crumbs.
better options.
They do. They want to keep their options open.
But they want to keep you there, so they
Yes,
give you
just-
breadcrumbs.
exactly. So,
Okay. I've heard of
you're
that.
you're that 2 a.m. booty call that they'll say, "Are you up?"
Oh God.
And that's your breadcrumbing. Yeah, it's great. We've all been there.
Sad one.
Sneating. Sneating.
Sneaty. Sneet.
I don't know what the word sneet comes from. So I'm not even going to make you try to guess that one, because sneating, an S with neat, it actually doesn't make any sense. You're not feeling it with someone, but then they suggest a date at your favourite restaurant.
Oh.
You know this isn't going anywhere, but you also really want that vegan spaghetti.
Vegan sounds like me.
Apparently girls are way more guilty of it than guys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Well, I think boys would be, or cis-het men, would be more likely if you say, I will sex you. They'll go,
Yes,
fine, I'll come.
that's their sneak.
Whereas
Yes.
if girls would do it, because it'd be like, if they were like, fine, I'll sex you, would be like, cool, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not coming for that. I want the free food.
Exactly. I'd rather
Yeah.
the free food than the free sex. So they're both sneet.
Yeah.
We both sneet.
We all sneak to some degree.
Yeah, we're sneeters.
We are.
Okay, last one, zombieing.
Zombieing.
That's me being a zombie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat your brains.
Is it when people are just that ridiculous and talk like a zombie to deter you from ever wanting to date them?
I don't know what this one means. So zombieing, I'm thinking if you've been not around, like you've been dead, a dead relationship, and all of a sudden you come back and you just go, hey, is this still on? You know? I don't know. Because zombies come back from the dead.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know. All right,
That's-
let's read what it means.
That's a good guess.
The person that randomly disappeared a year ago and to slide back into your DMs one night to see how you're doing.
So it's almost like ghosting, but ghosters never come back. Zombies do.
Yeah, if someone ghosts you, as our producer says, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Don't
dead
mess
person.
with the dead. Yeah, let them go.
Let them go. It's amazing. Urban Dictionary. That's quite a new thing, I'd say, the last 20 years. There's just even been an Urban Dictionary, and we need it
Yeah.
because there's just so many things being added to it.
So many things. All the words like, I say them and I can't think of them.
I know.
Like, well, I mean, vibe's always a word, but you know how people are always like vibes.
Vibes, yeah.
Love that for me.
Oh,
like, you know, all those
yes.
terms and stuff now.
Yeah.
Iconic. So iconic.
Yes.
Like there's all new millennial talks, and we're all guilty of stealing some of it.
We used to have a lot growing up. Like we would say,
Hell.
no, we would say
Sick.
choice.
Choice. That's
Yeah,
really
for
New
something
Zealander.
really good. Yeah, yeah. And we would also say, I feel spare. when we were growing up. Oh, God, I felt
Spare.
so spare. It means I just felt like such a dickhead in front of him.
Oh.
Like I made such a fool of myself.
I haven't heard
I was just
that one.
spare. We used to say a few like really random things that we just got going. You know?
Yeah. I can't think of any of ours, but we had heaps as well. But I would like to say I'm a Generation Y. Oh, I used to say this, it's so cooked. I can get away with it because I was a child and I didn't know better. But I used to, I don't even know why I'm admitting this.
Go on.
When I was younger, like, actually, I don't want to say it.
Say it. Yeah, I've got to say it now.
So I was only like 15.
Yeah.
And the boys, say the boys would be like 14.
Yeah.
Or 13.
Go on.
Or something. And I'd be like, oh, you'll pop them on lay-by. Wait till they're older.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. That's gross. Okay.
It is so gross.
But that's all right. That's
But
all
I
right.
was a kid as well. It's not like I was 21 and I was looking
Yeah.
at a 14-year-old.
No.
Like I was 15 and they were 14. They were a year below.
pop them on lay-by.
And like I would never date boys my age either. So I'm like, pop them on lay-by. Wait till they're older.
Bless. I used to say that about children. And I used to do that one all the time. Remember?
It was so lame.
What about, that is rank and file.
rank?
We used to go rank and file.
What
Don't
about
know what rank and
rank
file.
and file? Oh my god.
Spewing.
Yes, spewing. Oh,
Spewing.
spewing's still used
Yeah,
though. I still always say spewing.
Using.
Ship for relationship.
That's very new. I've never used that one. Stan.
Yeah.
I stand this relationship. I stand this ship.
DTR. What's that?
Down to
Root?
root. Down to. I thought it was DTF.
Me too.
And there's AF. And there's all the acronyms now.
Love bombing.
Yeah, love bombing. That's very
Soft ghosting. I haven't heard of that.
new. When you softly leave.
Caking. Sounds sexy.
I don't even want to know what caking is.
I'm down. I'm DTC.
Oh, my Lord.
Down to cake. I've got my own whole like lingo that I could go through. That
on, then.
is just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you've got Angieisms.
I got Angieisms for this. There you go. There's
for
one right
days.
there.
To be fair, you do.
To be fair,
To be fair, you do.
I
At the end of the day.
at the end of the day, it's the end of the day. But I hate to be fair. It's such a Queensland thing to do. But I said it as a joke so much that now I say it so like to be fair
To be fair.
all the time. To be fair, to be fair.
To be sure.
Anyway, that's enough of that dross. Or dross is a goodie.
Dross is a
Dross
goodie.
goss is my favourite. Bless this mess.
What about
dross
bulk?
goss.
Bulk.
Bulk. Yeah, bulk's a big one. I use bulk,
Bulk
a lot. A lot.
And you use sweaty a lot.
Yeah, I am a sweaty mess.
You're a bulk sweaty mess. I'll tell you something that's rank and file that we've just read about.
Yeah.
So the Minister for the NDIS and the Government Services, ex-Labor leader Bill Shorten,
Yeah. Your mate.
has announced that the term mother will replace birthing parent on a government form for new parents. Now, I think this is little bit of a step backwards.
100.
Birthing parent is very inclusive, wide-ranging, because there are a lot of humans who are birthing parents and there are a lot of humans who can't be birthing parents. I think labelling it mother is really taking that inclusivity away from so many people. There are some cishet women who can't give birth.
Mm-hmm.
They use surrogates. So is the surrogate now the mother?
Yeah.
And what is the woman who maybe it's her eggs, maybe it's her
But it has to say that whoever's given birth is now
the
mother.
mother?
But
What about the men?
A lot of times you have double dads, but then if you're using a surrogate, is that now you have to say, well, your mother is. You wouldn't say that. You'd say
Yeah.
your birthing parent or was this, like your
Yeah.
birthing person.
Well, what about the trans men who are giving birth
I don't know what
to
they're
babies?
thinking.
Are they? I mean, I'm sure they don't want to be called the mother.
It is such a waste of time
And money. Yeah.
Stress for people who already are going through so much. With another perfect example of how insane it is that it's 2022 and something like this is happening when nobody asked for it.
No.
Nobody asked for it. Is that it's still not gender inclusive in the sense that my friend who is non-binary, the other day they were saying they were looking up an insurance company and no company has the gender fluid or non-binary or not specific form. You have to pick whether you're a man or a woman. And I was like, or internet too. And I was
really
like, this
bad.
is 2022. Why is there not an other box or a non-binary box or gender fluid? It's so bizarre and so disappointing. And I just think, like, how much money did it cost for them to have to go in and change this file?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, that to change it, it costs money, taxpayers' money. And, you know, there are so many important things that we need to be focusing on. Going backwards in the progress that is the world we live in now, being so inclusive to so many different types of people, for me, it's a really weird step that a left-wing government is making.
It's like
so I don't
asked
understand.
for this.
No one's asked for it.
It's like nobody's done a big, there was no protest of like, we want it to say, like, just leave it.
Yeah.
Freaking leave it. There's a tweet I was reading before that said, language can be a positive and affirming tool for inclusion. Primary caregiver, birth parent, etc. are all terms used for accuracy and to ensure the inclusion of trans and non-binary people, intersex folk and same-gender couples. It is 2022. Why are we doing this is the question that I want to ask.
Yeah. There was anti.
Oh, it's the remix.
Oh, sorry. I was reading. So there's a woman called Sal Grover who has a long history of anti-trans posting online.
So she's done
and she's the founder of a female-only social networking app. What an idiot. Sorry to use that word. It's very ableist. In a tweet, she said, on the form to put our newborn baby on our Medicare card, we are referred to as the birthing parent. Enough is enough. This absolute bullshit is exclusionary, alienating, and derogatory towards every woman who wants to be called mother. No, you can call yourself mother.
Yeah.
But what if there isn't a mother in the home? What if there isn't a mother? What if it's two fathers?
Yeah.
I mean, it's birthing parent, birthing vessel, birthing. What about the surrogates who have absolutely nothing to do with, even the Kardashians are using surrogates.
Yeah.
Are they going to have the mother put on their forms?
What, is this just for Australia?
Well, it is, yeah. I don't know what the American laws are. But I think it's a really weird thing that Labor has done that because it's not so a very Labor-centric thing to do.
I want to know more about it, like why. I want to know what's been said and how it got there without us hearing any ranting and raving about it prior to have a say in this. It's like they've just gone ahead and done it without even asking us or putting it out. It's so weird. I don't get it. 55 men in Australia gave birth in 2014 to 2015.
And Sally Rugg, who I quite like, she's on Twitter, she said terms like parent, primary caregiver, next of kin, guardian, dependents, infant have been used on official forms for a long time. Birthing parent isn't about anything other than accuracy. My partner gave birth to our kid. We're both mums. Only one of us is the birthing parent.
Yeah.
It is about technicality. Like, who's the birthing parent out of the two of you?
Yeah, you can't say who's the mum because
No,
you're both mums.
mums.
Or you don't say to two dads, who's the mum?
Who's the mother?
You go...
So who was the birthing parent?
Yeah, who was the birthing parent?
If you ask that at all, which is a really rude thing to ask two dads, who was the birthing parent. They may not want to talk about that.
Yeah.
And that's why, as Sally says, it's accuracy. They're putting it was on a form. Why take it away? What?
It's like they just wanted – I feel like they just do little things like this to absolutely push us to our last remaining marble so we just lose it.
It's funny because when I actually first read the article, I was the opposite. I was thinking that people were getting up in arms because the term mother had been replaced with birthing parent. I'm like, well,
yeah, that's
that's where we're going.
Get. Yeah.
So, but it was the opposite.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale. Welcome to Handmaid's Tale. We're next, Australia. Thanks for coming. Yeah, it's definitely taking a step back, and I feel like we should have had a say in this, not some random ass white man that's just points his fingers at Bill Shorten.
Yeah.
That's even your real name. Just making rules for parents once again. Like, grow up.
Yeah, come on, people. Let's move forward. Let's not move backwards.
Let's finish this episode with light it up like dynamite. Oh, oh.
God, BTS is a good band. Did you just snort?
I go. That is a remix.
Imagine what I could go for.
Sorry, what did you want? A banger?
A bag. So that's us for today. We'll be in your ear holes pretty soon, but please head to Apple Podcasts and rate and review the show. You can get in touch with us directly by emailing the podcast at twogirls@novaentertainment.com.au. Don't forget to follow at Nova Podcasts Official on Instagram.
Oh, well done, you.
And there'll be heaps of behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah,
We would love to share it.
we love showing our big fat heads zoomed
We're here
up
for
close.
it. To be fair, we're here for it. I'd just like to do a little shout out to the lady that sent me a lovely DM to say thank you for playing with her daughter yesterday, Ella, at the pub. We allowed her. I said, bring her over and she can play with the dogs.
Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that baby was
and
so cute.
The baby was adorable. And the mum just sent me a DM, so I just wanted to say hey, and your baby is beautiful and she can play with our dogs or with us anytime. Thank you for that DM, it was lovely. But we'll be in your ear holes on Thursday.
We will. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Oh, that's mean. Evie, too far.
Come on.
Have the day you deserve.
Have the day you deserve. Have the day you deserve.